Good Sunday evening, everybody. Hope everybody had a great weekend. No, I did. Got a lot done around here. I actually got to cleaning my garage. No, I did. Got a lot done. Sorry, I had my volume up on my other page here. Uh, like I was saying, got a bunch of cleaning done in the garage. Got a lot of yard work done and everything. So, um, feeling good. Let's see what we got in the chat here. Lisa Ann, hello. Fatia, how you doing, bud? Long time no see. Ben's Workshop. Hey, thanks for stopping in. Uh, we had Jack Norhouse, Marble, Owens, Logan Jackson. A bunch of people in here way earlier today before we even went live. Thank you all for coming. Please, as always, hit that thumbs up button. I deeply appreciate that. Bache, what's up, girl? Thanks for stopping in. How you doing? Yeah. Did the link to the StreamYard show up? Can anybody tell me? VA lady, hello. Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate it. Wanted to say, if you're watching this and you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. If you're not new to the channel, but you're watching my videos, please hit the thumbs up. I've noticed a big trend here lately that there are a lot of views, but very few thumbs ups. Don't know if I have people hating or what, but help feed the algorithm, people. Hit the thumbs up. It's free. Heck, even hit the subscribe button. It's free too. We'll do a 2 for deal. I'll give you two for one. You get to watch my video, subscribe to the channel, and give me a thumbs up. You get to watch the video for free. Absolutely, 100%. So, there you go. Hey, Patch, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for stopping by. I checked out your one video there on the re-putting the tins and stuff back on them tractors, or the tractor. Looks like it's coming along nicely. It's going to look awesome when you get done, for sure. So, yeah, I'm just kind of babbling on here. So, if everybody, seen the video for the benefit pool, that was the second half of it. That the young man on the teaser pic, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, thumbnail. That's it. Thumbnail. I'm having a very bad time with words today. Anyways, that is Mark and Sandy's youngest son. That is Bo. He was driving Mark's tractor, Pitch Black. So awesome. He did really well. I believe he got a 5th place. And I noticed right before I come on that Mark actually dropped a video of the polls. Little different point of view. Uh-oh. We got somebody down in the basement here stuffing their face. Let's see who it is.
Hey. I like that video you put out.
Which one? The polling one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was I was very, very surprised at the how well that camera did in the low light.
You like this camera lens?
Yeah, it's nice.
No, but it's kind of funny. It's got a problem. Yep.
Yeah, I've seen them. Those are cool.
I told you, my old man was a pack rat. That ain't nothing. I've been up all night working. Then I came home and dragged this roll top desk home, a solid oak regulation roll top office desk.
Awesome. At one point in time, me and my ex-wife had a roll top desk, cheap one, nothing antique or anything like that. And the kids loved it. They could make all kinds of noise slamming that thing up and down. So
You know what's sick though? I Lord help me if I could find the damn key for it. Can't lock it. Don't dare close it, because if you close it, you can't open it.
Yeah. Well, if it's old enough, it probably just takes like a skeleton key.
I don't know. I don't know. But all I know is it took a trailer in my truck to get it over here.
Nice. I went to a tractor show yesterday. Where at, Patch? And did you get any photos or videos? I haven't been to a tractor show, well, yet this year, I guess let's say. There's been some steam shows around that I've wanted to go to, but one thing or another has come up. I haven't been able to.
That's just the one side.
Wow.
That's the other half to it. That's it. I don't know if that's an 8-foot trailer, but that's a solid desk.
That's a big desk.
Yep.
You have to cut the side of the house out to get it in.
Yep. And I'm not going to take it in the house tonight. I just covered it with a tarp. I'm being too lazy.
I hear you. What's up, Bubba?
No, not much.
I'm going to finish my breakfast.
Did you get your refrigerator stand painted?
Oh, 2 coats.
Nice.
And that 2 coats, that sounds like my old shop teacher. 1 coat of varnish, 2 coat, 1 coat of stain, 2 coats of varnish.
Did you finish getting the truck all cleaned out?
No, I mowed the yard.
How are you supposed to sell the thing if you don't get it cleaned out?
It's cleaned out. If I get around to scrubbing the carpet, I will.
Oh.
I think my fires have got addiction.
Yeah. Those are all film cameras.
Yep. One's film, one's digital, and they all take the same lens.
Nice.
I could take a picture of my neighbor across the street from my 400 millimeter telephoto.
Looks like you could take it from across the city.
I don't know why he bought all this stuff. He never used it.
Some people are like that. So,
He's a pack rat.
there's nothing wrong with that.
It is when you have to ask your kids for money to bury you.
He was around. He probably didn't care if you buried him or not.
We had to pay to cremate him.
No. Not my problem. I mean, when I pass away, I'm saying it's not my problem. Not to you.
You know what I mean. Pack rat.
Yeah. So, I haven't heard from Mark or Sandy all weekend. They're kind of MIA. So, hopefully they show up. Hopefully everything's okay. Patch says, okay, we're going to do a video premiere on Thursday. I will have to make sure I set a reminder for that. So, did you get any rain then, Ken, or no?
Nope.
I didn't think so, because I didn't get any.
I'm pretending with bib.
What?
Nope. I had to mow the whole yard.
When I left your place, it looked like it was going to start raining. But,
Yeah, I put 1 coat of paint on the mowed. And as I got off the tractor, I put the 2nd coat on.
I think I got mowed my lawn.
I mowed mine yesterday.
I mowed mine, I think July 3rd.
A
You think I
tapered
need to?
key. Well, oh yeah, you definitely need to mow. Thanks, Bocce. You can keep it down there. Ben's workshop said he pulled an awkward flywheel from a tapered keyed shaft. That is kind of awkward. Usually for a tapered, they're not keyed, but a tapered keyed shaft. Wow. Yeah, I probably could have went a few more days without mowing my grass, but there was a few high spots in it.
Yeah, they're calling for rain all week.
Yeah, so
I haven't mowed mine since July. You believe it?
yeah. You just need to get a couple goats. So,
Yep.
but maybe Mark and Sandy are fishing.
That ain't fair.
Sure it is. I'm gonna be invited to the fish fry, hopefully.
Oh, there you go.
So,
There's a pond in this town called Miller's Pond, and they're Remington Rand. I'm sure you've heard of Remington Rand typewriters. They were a block and a half from this pond. So you know what the pond probably looks like. It's got this kind of green stuff. Put it this way, it's one of those ponds that bodies of water, you throw a rock on it or like a roof shingle, it stays on top of this green slime. And people will go to that pond. I saw someone there last week. I was walking Mr. Briggs just before I put him down. And they went in there, week and a half, whatever. People were fishing out of that pond, the homeless people. And then they took it and skinned it, put it on a thing. I said, you people are too brave. That's just me.
Yeah, Ben, I seen that picture you posted there of the of you pulling that off there on Instagram. So if it's like the golf carts here, when you pull them off, it's just like a bolt that goes in the center. It threads in, puts pressure against the end of the crank, and once you get pressure on it, then you tap the bolt with a hammer, and it shocks it and pops it off. So
that sounds like fun.
Yeah, they're relatively easy. Get off. Yeah, Bocce, I sent her one too. I haven't got a message back from her yet, but
I ain't got signal.
yeah.
They could have said, they probably shut it off and said that's the kind of no signal they have.
That's very well possible too.
I'm sure you'd shut it off if you're on a lake and having fun.
Yeah, maybe. Hi, John. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. Yeah, it was the blowtorch that moved it. Hey, can't be tight if it's liquid. It's what I've always said. So, she hasn't either. Maybe if they don't show up in the live stream, maybe I'll take a drive down, make sure everything's okay. Don't know. What are you laughing about, Ken? Hi, Kim.
I could have checked this morning. I was just around the corner.
Yeah. Maybe you woke him up. Get down there so early.
Could have.
Anybody collect those? Those gas powered torches, the antiques like the plumbers used to use.
Yeah, the actual ones that take like gasoline or whatever, kerosene.
Yeah. Yep. Anybody wants one, let me know. I got about 50 of them. I figure if no one wants them, I could scrap them just for the brass alone.
True, but there are some collectors out there that like to have them, so you'd probably get more for selling them than you would scrapping them.
Hey, I don't know what they're worth. If someone wants to pay the shipping, throw $5 for a bone, I'll send them to them.
Yeah. Usually, Ben, it doesn't take very much heat at all. Just to get that to expand just a bit, and they pop off. Bubba is up to no good. Oh, we lost Scott. He'll be back. Hey, Breezy, what's happening? So, yep, there he is.
Did you get your video made?
No, I did not. I come home and started doing stuff here in the house and didn't get it done. I didn't get to the grocery store either like I wanted to.
Hey, grocery store run's always important.
Yeah, I'll go tomorrow even after work. It's on my way home. So,
Get more watermelon to grill.
no.
I'm going to try that someday.
It had a very, very good flavor. I liked it. It was sweet, very extra sweet. It was the texture I couldn't get with. But I did get a suggestion today to put it over higher heat for less time. Just kind of get the outside, not charred, but heated up, I guess.
I don't know. They keep it in Texas.
Well, I'm sure there's more places in Texas they eat it that way. I've heard lots of people talking about it. So, but I never knew anybody personally that, Well, Bocce, you should have come up here and cooked it for us then.
Exactly.
Or at least come up on a live stream and showed us how to cook it. We could do a live cooking segment. Live cooking segment in the live chat here, and you could have showed us exactly how to do it. I know 470 some more, and you'll come up and do it.
Rhode Island, Texas, aren't they all about the same?
Now, Rhode Island's really small.
That's right.
But she kind of went from one extreme to the other. Really, 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 really small state to a really, really, really big state. Yeah, basketball all last weekend. So how did they do at the basketball, Bocce? Hopefully very well. 485. Awesome.
That sounds good.
Austin is the size of Rhode Island. I can believe it. I can believe it.
Who said that?
Bocce.
Bocce.
I think she's right on that. Right on.
I believe it. So awesome, Bocce. That's cool. But yeah, we got This time next week, our students will be back in session.
Poor man.
I don't have to deal with them directly, but it's awesome that they're gonna have they're back full swing and everything. Donnie, how you doing, buddy? So Donnie, did you go to the pools yesterday evening? How'd you do if you did?
My kids come back Wednesday.
Oh, here you go.
Our freshman moving is Friday. Hi, Jeff.
Hey, peoples.
What up, Jeff?
What's going on there, Ken?
Relax now.
Oh, yeah, I just got done.
And yes, Jeff, you didn't know that when you're smoking stuff and that, you have to keep letting the old heat out and the new heat in?
I thought you'd see humor in that.
Yeah, you have to keep recycling it. If not, it gets stale and it just doesn't work,
Oh, it's like you got to put the summer air in the tires.
Exactly. It's getting time. You got to put the fall air in for the winter.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I know someone used to do that. We
He's
good?
probably on this panel, too.
Well,
Not me.
Around here a few years back, probably 10 years back now, the big thing was nitrogen.
Yeah.
You had to put the nitrogen in your tires.
Yeah, they were big on that in Florida.
Yeah.
They still do that here. They say it makes them run cooler and last twice as long. I don't believe it, but
Yep. Well, I don't think there's still some places around here that have the nitrogen to do it with, but like the tire shop I deal with, they never say a word about it. So
I got the John Deere all cleaned off, put a new belt on it,
Yeah.
put the stupid drive shaft back on, hooked up the fuel tank and all that shit, and built a little thing there to balance the battery on, started it up. And I was surprised after working the power steering and all the different buttons and stuff, it still doesn't leak oil.
that's impressive for a John Deere.
well, that's the complaint the guy had though, is it was leaking oil, right?
Yeah. I'm thinking more like freaking 15 years and not doing nothing to it.
Probably. It's probably just weeping around the seals and stuff from being so old.
That's why I let it run for about 15 minutes or so because it seemed like it was all starting from like the front of the fuel pump. So I said, well, maybe it's got a fuel leak. I spent about an hour cleaning that oil off so that you could actually see it. I found an oil fill plug that was under like almost a half inch of crud. I said to myself, obviously we ain't changed this oil in quite a while. I wanted to drive it around,
Donnie.
but
Hey, Ed.
only way to do that, you gotta put the battery and all that back on there to put the seat on. And not even put the seat on, just put all the shit on so you can put the battery back in it and take the brake off.
So did you make it down to the shootout then, Donnie?
Yeah,
How'd you do?
2 first place.
Good job.
Nice. Good job. That was the 5K class?
Yeah, that 5K modified.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a nice turnout.
Yeah, it looked like it. I'm glad they had a good turnout. I seen Andrea took at least one or two first places.
Yeah, she got first place in both in the open mod. I think Beaver got it in that 5K hot stock,
Okay.
and I know Chris Raymond got the second round in that 16 stock block 48 cube.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure who got first round.
Well, it's good. I mean, like I said, I seen they had a whole bunch of people that look like they turned out for it, so that's good.
Yeah, I think
That's
there
good.
was like 26 or 28 stock Aldards.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's rivaling a national quarter, event. So,
How much are one of those tires for one of those pulling tractors in the rear?
Depends on what you're getting.
If you're getting them on wheels, figure about $600 for a set of new tires and wheels, give or take, depending on the brand.
all right. And then the sharpening on top of those if you want them cut to your specifications. And that could be a couple $100.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or chrome or
Depending on weight.
painted too, right?
What's that?
Whether they're chrome and painted too, right?
They're aluminum rims.
Yeah, they come on aluminum.
Oh, okay.
That means you have to polish them up every couple of weeks, Briggs.
Well, that's what Ed's beard's for. He just goes out there and just puts it on a tire balancing machine and just spins it around and puts his beard in there and just goes, "That's right, you got it."
Exactly.
Hey, I got you figured out, and and Mark probably gives you an extra $100 a week or whatever to do his at the same time.
I never polish mine. The crappier my tractor can look, the better, because it makes everybody wonder, what the hell?
What kind of
that
piece
thing
of
come
shit
from?
is this thing?
Right.
Most people should know by now the uglier they are, the better they go.
I'll spend the money on the internals, not the externals.
I've been using my tow tractor all week too.
I just bought another tow tractor. Somebody over in Louisville had a little MTD rear engine for $45.
So this thing here, I was starting to wonder. I said to myself, I wonder if this thing could even pick up this John Deere. So I hooked up to it, picked it right up. I was like, no shit, can't beat that.
Yeah, I got that little snapper that I tow my tractor around with, and it's just got a push mower engine on it. Does the job, man. That's what it needs.
I know
That's
it
what
was
has.
pulling around, but I was wondering if it would pick it up, so I wasn't dragging it, leaving marks all over the place.
I've even towed Mark and I's tractor from where we parked at in the pit, clear up to the scales and stuff.
I paused it.
We got a big parade coming this week, Saturday.
How was you?
I want to go, but I'm not sure if it's a good idea.
We just had a big parade here in town over the weekend.
Right here. Right here.
Well, we got one they do every year north of me here.
That's the
It
horse.
runs up like along the Delaware, almost back across and back down. It's like a 6-mile loop, I think.
It's
The only thing that makes me nervous is I don't know if this thing would run as fast as the regular farm tractors.
It should.
Well, I'll be in third gear. I know that the only way I'm going to keep up to them is if they stay in first.
Yeah,
Why not?
but no, I had to deliver a golf cart for this parade for work, and they never told me the street crosses the main parade route, and they just said, "Well, meet us on this street." I was on the north side. They were on the south side. I was right. They were supposed to be on the north side.
Oops.
That sounds funny.
Did it
I've
stay
been
running the whole
delivering-
time?
What's that?
Did it stay running the whole time for him?
As far as I know, I never got a phone call or anything that didn't. So
How would you rescue them if it didn't run?
they would push it off to the side of the street, and I would go with the trailer at the end of the parade route and follow the parade up the street and pick it up.
Oh, okay.
And keep
gotcha.
on going.
Just like we did the year that our float broke down.
Oh, that sucks.
Well, it wasn't our fault. We used to get a tractor from a local dealer, and we would take it to a company that would build the float. They would put a box thing around it, and they when they put the box thing around it, I forget, they did something to it, and about 3/4 of the way or halfway about through the parade, the thing just quit running. And so they had to push the whole float and everything off to the side for everybody else could get around them. And, you know,
They had a place. We had the car dealer used to do that. Put a loan a truck every year for it to pull the float with the annual Christmas parade, and they gave out 3 trucks every year, 3 or 4, and 2 of the 3, I think, Chevy trucks. One lost the transmission, one lost the rear end. Just blew it right all over the pavement. I can't remember what year it was. It was the year when they first. I think it was that 700R transmission. You know, Chevy truck sales went down that year.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. So
I found a trailer on here last night too. A 5x10. Yeah, 5x10. Big Texas. It's a dealer up here by me. Let me take a ride over.
Nice trailers. So, well, I started putting a list together of the parts I need to put my engine together. So that way, when I finally finish Mark's, I can start getting mine together. So I need to talk with Mark to find out if he still needs the connecting rods out of my old engine, or if I'm going to reuse those. Because he has my old pistons, and apparently they're not stock pin height, and he needs the connecting rods. So, because the pistons come out of the warp. Too much.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So, Doug, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for stopping in. Long time no see, brother. So,
Hey there, Bama. He was up here. He was on Ken's this morning.
yeah, I miss Kenny's. I was driving down I was coming home from breakfast when I got the notification.
Yeah, you can't miss breakfast.
Nope, absolutely not. The girls down there would have my hide if I missed breakfast.
You go there every morning?
On the weekends, yeah, either Saturday or Sunday or both. Somebody's got to mess with them.
Better you than Jeff.
Well, they didn't last week. They didn't find my tip for 3.5 hours.
Oh my God, you're bad.
Well, if I don't do something, then they like Saturday morning. Yeah, no, this morning they asked me, "What, are you mad at us?" I'm like, "No, why?" She goes, "Because you didn't do anything yesterday." I'm like, "Well, I didn't have cash yesterday to, you know." She's like, "But you always mess with something, you know, put silverware in the little flower thing, or, you know, stack everything up on the table or something like that." I'm like, "Well, I don't know. I didn't." So
You were bored.
like, I said, "Yeah, okay, well." She's like, we always come inspect your table as soon as you get done. You know. Well, they
So how long
tip.
it took them 3.5 hours to get a tip? They had to earn that tip that week, huh?
Yeah.
Where did you put it? May I ask?
They have these little things that have the table numbers in them that slide together, you know, that are folded together. I folded it back and stuck it on the back side, folded it in half, stuck it on the back side and shut it up, and then just left it sit on the table. She said, we moved that thing. We looked down in the sugar, salt, or the sugar packet thing. We looked down in the vase for the flowers. You know, we looked everywhere. She goes, a customer actually had to say something to us. Want to know why there was money in there.
It was a tip for the customer for being such a loyal customer.
Yeah, they've got loyal customers, or regular customers, and they were laughing about it too when they told them the story of why it was there.
Hey, you could take next time, roll it up, and stuff it into a little pepper shaker.
And I say I won't mess with anything that like I won't take the tops off the salt and pepper shakers or anything like that, just because that messes with the other customers. But I have rolled like $1 bills up and arranged them in the flowers on the table, stuck them around there. The one day there was a bunch of us in there, and they we folded them up and twisted them up and stuck them all over they were sticking all over the place on the table, and that's right, Bocce. Just for dealing with me, they earn my tip.
You know what we used to do when I was in school? Remember the little square pieces that the little slice of butter come on?
Uh-huh.
We used to sit in the cafeteria and just snap them, see how many we could get stuck on the ceiling.
Yeah.
I remember we used to give take the salt and pepper shakers and switch them, because the holes were bigger. That's all we did, the holes were bigger on the pepper or the salt. I can't remember which it was. We'd switch them. So when they go to put salt on, they thought they were getting a little bit. They got a whole bunch.
Yeah, see, I won't mess with other people's food.
I wouldn't do that either.
Yeah, every once in a while, like if I don't use my butter knife or something, I'll stick it down in the vase for the flowers and arrange the flowers where you can barely see it. And,
oh my God.
Now they look at my silverware when they pick my plate up. I'm like, okay, where's the fork at, or where's the knife at, or So I had to change my tactics up.
Now we know why Ken doesn't go to breakfast with you.
He does every once in a while. But
Is he sit at the same table or or behind you?
he sits at the same table. They just know me. That's all. They just that's Ed. Don't worry about him. He's okay. He's harmless. But I did find something interesting out today. They have a gentleman that comes in on Saturday mornings, and they have to put cartoons on the TV when he's in there.
Really?
Yes. Because he will start making very inappropriate comments and stuff if the news or anything else is on. If it's cartoons, I'll sit there and watch it. If it's
that
anything
almost
else,
sounds like something I would do.
The guy is a little touched. He's a super nice guy. I've talked to him and stuff, but
hey, Brandon,
to get his attention, they put cartoons on the TV that he sits right in front of, and he's fine for the whole time he's in there eating breakfast. Hey, Brandon.
well, it's better off watching cartoons than watching the news, anyways.
For the first time, Jeff, I agree with you on that.
I don't think it really matters what you agree with there, Briggs.
Yeah. No buzzard.
Actually, Mater, right now I don't have any extra parts sitting around collecting dust because when I tore my old engine apart, the heads, pistons, all that kind of stuff went to Mark because he's putting a 20 horse together for his boy, and they're going to use all that stuff, and everything else I have is going either back in my engine or another engine.
I got an old Wisconsin up, Maters. You come get it. You can have it.
Is he looking for engine parts or a tractor?
I don't know. He just said extra parts.
I got that rolling chassis. It's been all sandblasted. It's collecting dust.
Yeah.
What's that, Wisconsin, an old 2-cylinder?
No, it's a whole machine. It's a 1939 or 39 or 37 Boland's Husky Gardner with the 2.25 horsepower Wisconsin. It says 2.25. It looks more like a modern day 10 horse, but hey, I don't know. It's got the magneto on it, the single cylinder.
It's a squealing noise.
Yeah, here.
Is it the? It's not the pull rope clutch, is it, Brandon? I'm sure you checked that though. Racing kind or performance kind? Yeah, I don't have anything extra laying around right now.
Does it take the same kind of clutch like those Coleman mini bikes?
What? Our tractors?
No, what he was looking for.
Oh, I don't. Brandon said he's working on a Tecumseh that's he got running, but it's making a squealing noise. I was saying sometime, he said something about the recoil start clutch, but I'm sure he's checked that.
Maybe it's the alternator belt loose.
Yeah, maybe it's out of oil.
That's even better. Break it in quicker.
That would make a squealing noise.
for a few seconds. So.
We did that at a place I worked at. They had an old Kenworth roll-off. The engine was no good. So we pulled in one of the cab over Freightliners, and I pulled out the old Cat. You think when you pull an engine out, you drain the oil, all the antifreeze, and all that shit. And then they had some other kid turn around and put it back into Kenworth. They put it in, wired it up, started it up. I was watching it for a couple seconds. I said, that sounds mighty dry from over here. And he just looked at me.
Yeah. I changed the fuel filters on something one time and totally forgot I was doing like 2 or 3 things at once at work. Pulled the fuel filter off, even filled it full of fuel, spun it back on, but I never primed the system.
Oops.
And started up, and it ran for a few seconds and shut off, and I'm like freaking out and wouldn't restart, and finally figured out what the hell I did. But yeah, that was back when I first started there, like within the first year, and yeah, I was a little nervous.
This other kid I worked for before this last job there, he's big into building these fucking big time off-road, the big high-powered trucks and stuff. He got back a brand new, built to the ass C15, turned up to like 800 horse, put it in a glider and shit. I had it all done. They were mechanic says, I'm going to put 3 cans of fuel in it. He says, no, you only need 5 gallons. So he says, well, I'm going to put 10 in. No, don't waste the fuel. They had this thing running for like a half hour or so, at about 1400. Shut it off. Came back a couple hours later, couldn't get it started. They were fucking with it for almost 3 hours trying to figure out how to get it started. He called this one kid, another truck company that's not far from us. He's big into building the big cat motors. He knows them inside and out. And first question he says is, tell me what you did. I told him. He said, I don't know what these guys fucked up on it. He says, well, let me ask you this. How much fuel is in it right now? Fucking thing was bone dry.
Oh, I believe it.
We had one of our guys that drive our Isuzu box truck all the time, puts fuel in it all the time. Pulled up to the fuel pump and grabbed the gas nozzle and put 35 gallons of gasoline in the diesel. And then,
I've seen that a lot more than once.
And then proceeded to drive it back down to the shop or back onto campus, then down to the shop when he realized what he did. Yeah. I was not a happy camper.
One of the people mow the lawns or something?
No, it was one of our maintenance guys. He does furniture setup and removal.
Oh, okay,
And,
gotcha.
I mean, I can understand. It's easy to do. Both the pumps are right there. He was in a hurry, but when he realized what he did, he should have just shut the truck off and let it sit there and not drove it back down to my shop.
Yeah, ruin the engine.
No, luckily it didn't. It actually, he got back down there and it was outside my shop. He was gonna, well, he said it was like kind of misfiring and stuff when it's coming down, and it wouldn't restart after it shut off. So I bled the complete whole system out, took all the fuel out, changed all the filters, pumped probably 10-gallon worth of fuel through it to up through to the injectors, and then finally got it started back up and running. But yeah, it didn't do any damage to it. It could have, but
You were lucky, or he
Yeah.
was lucky, because I'm sure they would have made him pay for that one.
yeah, that would have been a big oops.
I had that a couple of times with the last IH I had. I had the the step tank on the left, on the right side. I used to pull up to the gas pump. It was a kind of a pilot by me, like a fuel stop. I pull up to the gas pump. And I wasn't paying attention to what the kid is doing. I went inside, grabbed a soda or something to eat, come back out, and I'm looking. He's got the hose stretched all the way across from the diesel thing into the truck there. Now it's full. I looked down, and I had a big sticker on there, one of them big sticker that says gasoline only. I was like, are you fucking serious?
I had a really good friend in high school, lived on a farm. They got the big diesel fuel tanks.
Yeah.
He put a half a tank of diesel fuel and a half a tank of gasoline in his car so he could drive around all week.
How'd that work?
Okay.
How'd that work?
Good. Never had a problem with it.
That's surprising, huh?
Well, I thought he was bullshitting us. I thought he was bullshitting with us until we went over there one night. We're going to take his car. And he pulls up beside the diesel thing and goes, "Yeah, I got about a half a tank of gas." I'm like, "Okay." And he stuck the diesel fuel thing in and topped his tank off. He'd run it till it got down almost to an empty tank. Go to the gas station, put gasoline in it, high test, and then back at the farm when Dad wasn't around, he'd top his tank off.
Bet you that catalytic converter was toast.
Oh, it was like a 70 something, so it didn't have cats.
I remember
Oh,
the first and last Chevy truck I bought about 8 years ago. It had the what was that? The little 6.2, the first diesel.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what was wrong with it, but it's like when you first started up, it run great. Whatever you do when you stop, don't shut it off because you just screwed yourself. It would start up, run for about 3 seconds, and then shut off. We used to keep a gallon can of gas in a big rag. I just when it wouldn't start, I just gas up the rag, shove it against the air cleaner, start it up. I says, I hope it blows up. It never did. That thing used to just take off, probably turn in about 10 grand.
Ken and I can tell you from personal experience that those 6.2s do not like it when it blows a head gasket from the water jacket into the cylinder.
No, huh?
It will push the connecting rod right up to the bottom of the piston and keep running.
I watched a video online, a YouTube video. It was kind of funny. The dumb things people do to their machines and cars and so on. And one of the things, this is a semi driver. He pulls up to the pump. The diesel it said no diesel, just DEF. So he pumped 100 gallons of DEF fuel into his diesel tanks. And they showed him pulling out of the parking lot, and all of a sudden this flames coming out the exhaust. That motor did. I don't know if it blew. I think it said it blew the intake right off, clean off. The second dumb thing, a shop took a woman came in, was complaining that her weed whacker wouldn't start. It was her husband's, and she had just bought it, and she wanted her money back, and she said, or fix this machine or whatever, blah blah blah. They asked her what she did. They opened up the gas cap and they said, "This don't look right. It's too dark in there. It says right there, gas or oil." She filled it full of oil. Not oil, any oil. She used transmission fluid because that's all she could find. She said oil is oil.
Yep, no.
Hey, we've had students at work that will put straight gas in a brand new weed eater.
I believe it.
Oh, you
Oh,
should
hey,
see
Eleanor.
everybody does that.
people's return rental equipment with diesel fuel in the def tank.
I believe that.
We put padlocks
Oh.
on the hydraulic tanks so they quit filling them up.
Oh my God, that you just said the first thing. The shop around here, the one guy that sells new equipment around here said that and rents them out as well. He said that's one of the biggest things. He said that's why they make sealed transmissions anymore on these old garden tractors, because people would literally put like grease in these rear ends and think that's what they take, solid grease.
90% of your new cars have a sealed transmission, sealed automatic transmission.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot check it. And one of our Traverses that used to be there was a plug you could take out from the underside and check the level as a mechanic. They don't have that no more. All there is a breather.
Really?
There's a sensor in there that if it gets low on transmission fluid, you are to take it to the dealer. They take that breather thing out and they add fluid to it to top it off. Yep.
Well, that's no
See-
loss there, Maynard. Anything that says Cub Cadet these days is junk.
Yeah, but Mater, is it a four-stroke engine? Because we had a couple weed eaters that were four-stroke, took straight gas.
I remember back in the 70s, the U-Haul dealers, they'd pull out the truck you're going to rent, they'd fill it up, and they had the steel gas caps. They used to put them on with a pipe wrench so you couldn't open them.
That'd be okay unless you're going on a long trip.
Oh, I remember that. They did that here too, but they set it up and they give you these fuel places that the fuel self-serve.
Yeah.
You'd have to go like to another U-Haul. He's right. They used to do that here because people were either siphoning the gas out of them, or they were saying, "Oh, we left here with a half a tank of fuel, but you're only getting a half tank back." When in reality, they had a full tank.
Sure. I know the car rental place that we use. If we don't put fuel in them and it's back up to the full mark, before the fuel prices went up a couple years ago, it was $9 a gallon for them to put fuel in your car, in that rental car, and that's what they would charge your credit card.
Ooh,
Well, we do that with rental equipment. It goes out with a full tank. If it don't come back with a full tank, it's like $6 a gallon for us to fill it up.
I mean, I'm talking back when the price of the gas was like, $1.75 or something like that. They were charging $9 a gallon, and they would charge you for every ounce of that fuel.
Mm-hmm.
If it took 8 3/4 gallons, you got charged for 8 3/4 gallons.
I bet you that stopped people from bringing them back empty.
Nope.
Oh, no, people still do that.
Yeah.
I brought in a generator the other day and I pumped 144 gallons into it.
Holy shit.
Wow.
That's so crazy.
What size generator?
It was one of the big, it's like a KW75. So it was one of them big tow behinds.
Yeah.
But the whole bottom of it's the gas tank. That thing will run for a couple of days on one load of fuel. Well, they didn't think to put any in it. It come back. I kept looking, thinking if there was a hole. I've put 40, 50 gallon in them, but I've never put that much in one of them. I didn't really know the tank was that big.
Did they restart it to make sure that they didn't run it out of fuel?
I know the one guy I worked for years ago. We had a contract with Caterpillar moving the fucking, the big generators. real big tow behinds in the big units. I can remember going out. They'd send us out to Wisconsin where they were building the big units to load them up. A couple times I went down to Virginia, loaded one up there, and they got mad at me. They're like, "How much is the weight?" I don't know. Well, didn't you scale it? Well, I can't. And he says, "Why not?" I said, "Because the fucking generator is 14 foot wide, and I've got about 4 feet from the scale to the side of the building."
But I know the lady at the rental place. I mean, we've been renting cars off her for like 20 years. She called me the one time, said, you might want to come pick this van back up and put fuel in it. You know, I said, well, they were supposed to have stopped on the way back to take it back to fill it up. I said, apparently they didn't. It was almost empty. So I went back up, jumped in it, took it to the fuel gas station right down across the street from them, filled it up, brought it back, said, there you go. She goes, I would hate to have to charge you for something like that, you know. So
you can't blame them because they sometimes those cars go in and out just like in the spring. You know, these guys that rent out aerators and thatchers and that. Christ, I was on a waiting list for a week.
All their cars go through check-in when they get back. There's no direct turnaround on them. They go up, they get washed,
yeah. I'm talking like the lawnmowers and stuff like that. The lawnmower place there that rents out those. I mean, the stupidest thing he told me, he told one year I went to rent a Thatcher. I was all set up and I went to go pick it up. He said 10 o'clock came back. He apologized up and down. I forgot to call you. The guy who ran it before you evidently did not know that we tried to start them right after they came back. You know, it wouldn't start. Brand new lawnmower engine on it. It was a Predator, but still, it was brand new. It was used like twice. The guy, but anyways, guy ran out of gas and he didn't have any gas. So rather than say, hey, I don't have any gas, can, you know, blah blah, he took his garden hose and filled it up.
I remember a pavement job one time there. Kid ran a roller out of fuel.
Okay.
And it was the first roller right behind the paver.
Well,
that did not go over good at all.
I got it. We got a truck we just had a steel flatbed put on. We're mounting a dump bed to it. It's supposed to be a dump insert, but we're mounting it to the flatbed.
Yeah.
And it takes a 5/8 hole to bolt it down. So I was going to run a mag drill. Yeah, $120 a day. I'm not renting no mag drill. I called the machine shop that we use all the time. Said, hey, you guys got a mag drill? And they're like, yeah. I said, cool. I need 4 holes popped in the bed. What do you charge me? $75, something like that. I'm like, cool, good deal. We'll have you done.
Shit, I should start renting mine out then.
Yeah.
What do you think I could get for the man lift my old man's got? He's got one of those that drive along the ground and just goes straight up. It don't go at an angle or anything. Just goes straight up. I don't know how tall it goes up, but
I had no clue. I've never priced one.
Is it gas?
Yeah.
I'll give you 100.
You can bite what?
I'll give you 100.
You can bite what?
I'd make a tree stand for deer hunting.
A tree stand. It's got a Kohler K-Series cast iron steel engine in that thing. Yeah, I take out the engine. You could put it up another piece of crap engine. The engine alone's worth more than $100.
Well, I don't know about that.
I'll give you 175.
I say you laugh about that, but they actually sell deer stands that are electric ones.
I know.
Oh, I'm sure they do, but that get 175. Yeah. I'd sell you the carburetor off it for 175.
And that's all they are. Is those man lifts. They're camouflaged. You wheel them out, you set them up, you get in it, raise yourself up. They got blinds on them. When you're done, you drop yourself down and you're done.
You know, it's funny. He bought that to paint the house, right? And then 2 weeks later decided he was going to side it. Bought the siding. The siding he bought to side that house was still in the garage when he sold the house.
Well, hey, the idea was there. That's all that counts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I priced them, even the off-brand ones on Amazon and stuff. Those mag drills, they're still going for $700. You know, you want a good Milwaukee one, you're talking a couple grand.
Mag
And
drill.
then-
What's a
and-
mag drill? I don't think I've ever heard of a mag drill.
It's a magnetic base drill. It looks like a little mini drill press, but it's got a magnetic base on it. You sit it on steel or whatever, turn the magnet on, and it won't move.
Gotcha.
But
I like the
but
one I
then-
got. I got the 904 Hogan with the swivel base.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I picked up off of eBay probably 10 years ago. A whopping $475.
You got a good price on that one.
Yeah.
Now we have a core drill at work, but it's vacuum base, and the bed is tread plate. It won't vacuum down to it. We thought about it.
There
Yeah,
you
you
go,
could've done
Brandon.
that,
That's
Brent.
a quick and easy way. Just blow a hole.
I actually thought about it too at work to put that bed on, but that bed's brand new, so I don't think they'd be real happy about me firing up the old plasma cutter and blasting holes in the bed. You know, they already want them painted and touched up and everything before I put the new bed on, so or the dump bed on. So yeah. So. All right, guys. It's been about an hour here. I appreciate everybody stopping in and hanging out and having a good discussion this evening.
What are you cooking this week?
I don't know. That's why I had to go to the grocery store.
Oh,
It's getting
I
cold
thought about-
season. It's time for meatloaf, right?
I actually thought about meatloaf, but I also might do like a steak sandwich type deal.
that sounds
So,
good.
Salmon croquettes. How about some salmon croquettes?
Don't
Meatloaf,
you got to
I
go
thought
to work, Briggs?
I thought
What's
about
that?
salmon patties too.
meatloaf in the smoker.
What's that, Jeff?
different.
Yeah, could do that. Could do hamburgers in the smoker too.
That sounds good, actually.
Anyways,
Been fun. See you next week.
yeah. So, all right, guys. Thank you, everybody, again. We'll catch
See you
on
later.
See you.
Yeah. Thanks, Don.
Oh,